Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another Scuttlebutt with Ivy's Family Factoid. You can probably hear Willow in the background. She's coming to say hi. We're actually inside today. Come on. You say hi. Look. Camera's up here, silly. So they can see. They can see you. And this morning, I come out. Well, first off, I'm here by myself. Gladys left me, y'all. No. Kiddo had an appointment this morning just to go in and do stuff medications wise. And then with that, Gladys has decided to go shopping, right? Because payday weekend is normally the beginning of the month. She or we end up going and doing the entire shopping for the entire month. Try to. And then, but with that being said, I actually, whenever it comes to the kiddo and myself, right, is sometimes I'm short. I wouldn't say. What am I trying to say? Is my patience sometimes. I am not as patient as Gladys is. Whenever it comes to her, and especially going to like stores and stuff, because obviously being an autistic child, it's a little different, right? You can a normal child, you say, "Hey, don't touch this," and for the most part, they're not going to touch it. You might have to say it once or twice. Well, with her is we'll say don't touch this like 10,000 times. We have to say it every single time that we go to the store, and she still does it anyway. So with stuff like that, right? Is I just when it comes to be like the 1,000th time of saying, "Hey, don't do this," and then she still does it every time we go to the store. I get aggravated with that. So with that, and I know, right, I get it, we're working on that stuff. So for me, I choose to separate myself from those situations to better myself, right, and to better the whole situation. Now, does it make it easier on Gladys because now she's going to the store by herself, or it's just her and the kiddo? Yes and no, because now she's not having to deal with us arguing or fighting, right? But then she's also having to go to the store and do a lot of stuff by herself at the store, and I hate shopping. I really do. That's one of the least things. Just like some of the projects, right? Gladys does not want to go out and work on projects. Okay, I got that. Depending on what project it is. Now, she's all for helping out. She loves to work on some of the things. Obviously, some of the things like the gate, right? Cedar. She's allergic to cedar. So I understand why she would not want to go out and work on those things, right? So with that, it's kind of those things that we kind of will go back and forth and say, okay, I know you don't want to help me here. That's cool. And we're in agreement, right? That's what I'm trying to say, is that we're in agreement on some of those things, and we're fine with that. So, yes, she really loves me going to the store, but she knows I hate it. I would really love her to help me with some of these projects, even though I know she's allergic to stuff or really, really does not want to go out and do it. And I understand it, right? So it's kind of one of those, the give and take type things, right? Communications is always key in things like that. So, but yes, I'm here doing stuff. So the last gate build part 8. So obviously the entire gate has been built, but I'm now installing the Topin's gate opener. So that's going to be the last part of that whole build series. And even though, yes, I will be adding other stuff, to the gate eventually. The gate's more than likely going to be moving, so we'll do stuff like that. But it's not going to be part of that build series, right? That's just strictly those 8 parts. No, that had nothing to do with the company saying, "Hey, we need this amount of videos." No, they just were willing to send us the product for an honest review, and we worked out a thing with them to where I was like, okay, well, I ended up it's two videos that has their link in it. So is the box opening. So if you've missed out on what I'm talking about, right, you're new here, we definitely thank you for coming in. Hit that subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Share us out. Help us grow. But with that, let's get over to our main channel, Ivy's Family Factotum, and check out the gate build series that I'm doing, because I built a gate completely from scratch with cedar from our own property. So sourcing the materials here on our property, actually getting over to a friend's house, the bearded carpenter, Brother Paul, he had helped us with the milling of all the material. And then obviously I had issues with my truck, so I had to get help once again from the community, from Mike Dogman over at Ouachita Mountain Living. And then with stuff like that, just going through the whole series, it was a very fun, amazing project. And just I really wish that I had a shop that I could be in other than underneath a tent. And unfortunately, the storm that just came through, that tent is now gone. It got destroyed. So, but just being able to go through, because I love doing woodworking projects. I love being able to get into the blacksmith shop and do some blacksmithing projects. Hopefully, we can get in there and do something here fairly soon, but probably not going to happen, especially during the spring. Spring has sprung, and oh my goodness, stuff is growing out of control. And obviously, just me, and that's the other thing is Gladys is allergic to a lot of grasses, a lot of the different types of grasses and stuff other than was it zoysia or zosia or however you say it. Right, that's like the only one she is not allergic to. So, kind of getting out and doing yard work is just a struggle for her. Okay, so taking care of in the areas that we have cleared, right? We're sitting. So obviously our property is 25 acres, little over 25 acres, but only roughly 6 of that is on the bottom side of the ridge, right? Because we're on the side of a ridge. So with that, and there's a nice big flat area up on top of the ridge, but there's ridge line on both sides. So our areas that we have cleared, right? I mean, we have roughly 3 acres, maybe, cleared of trees and stuff, to where you can easily walk in. So that's including the cabin build site up in the front, the power line area, stuff around the pond where I was doing the shop, where our house is, just all the things like what we're wanting to do, all those things are cleared. Well, problem with that is we only have one push mower, and we have a walk behind weed eater and then a handheld weed eater, and that's it. So right now the little tractor we have, I have a little Kubota B7100. Lil Mac is the name of that tractor, is busted. So I don't have any bigger equipment to help take care of this property. And it gets challenging doing it by yourself. I mean, that's almost during spring. It's a full time. I could easily be out doing some type of yard work every single day, and still not be able to keep up with it. So, it gets to that point where I'm like, okay, well, we know that we want to do animals, to kind of help with, keeping up with grass, keeping up with areas, right? But we still got to get the fencing. Well, fencing is expensive. So I'm trying to do some of the things we can, of sourcing our own seed, or of doing more of just like a hot wire, to kind of bring down that cost of stuff, reutilizing materials we got from other folks. So that's what we're kind of doing. But now that I'm done with the gate project, I'm really going to try to get back into doing a lot of the fencing, doing some of these hot wires, trying to get some of this land cleared that we can bring in the animals needed to help keep the property clear, other than me having to go out with a single push mower and do this, because it's overwhelming. It is. It's really overwhelming, and we're doing the best that we can with what we got. And I say that all the time, and I get that. I know anybody can get out there and do the work, but then doing the projects, trying to keep, because on the main channel, right, we've been trying to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday release date of projects, and I haven't been able to keep up with that schedule because of other things, right? Because of other medical stuff, or because of doing yard work, because of doing it. So springtime is it's really tough. It's really tough keeping up with that schedule and doing things. Now, obviously, if mom and dad decide that they want to stay here full time, right, then obviously I'd have the extra set of hands to go out, because everybody knows dad's like a genius when it comes to clearing land and keeping land clear. I don't know how he does it. It's like I blink and he's already taken care of an acre. And I'm like, how did you do that? So I don't know. But with things like that, I'm just going to do the work. We're going to put out the videos. I know everyone's like, hey, just, release. Even if I did one video a week, I know it's not great for the algorithm. Obviously, we're trying to grow. We're trying to grow as a channel. And I know to grow, you have to put out constant material, right? That's almost the minimum, is 3 videos a week, to be able to constantly grow. You have to do that, plus, obviously the projects that folks want to see, and that's what we're trying to do. So nobody wants to go out and watch me cut grass every day. I wouldn't want to watch me go out and cut grass every day, even though there's channels of people that do that, right? But even though they're cutting grass every day and you're watching them cut grass every day, they're going to other people's yards or doing like massive cleanups and stuff like that. They're not sitting here mowing the exact same yard every single time, and it's a little different because they're out helping the community and doing those things, right? So, but we're going to continue with projects. We have a lot of stuff coming, right? I still have the shop build that I need to get back onto. We're still going to be trying to get a lot of this land and everything taken care of, because we need to move stuff around, right? We need to move sheds. I have 2 sheds that I need to move. I have this shop that I had the blacksmithing stuff in, needs to get tore down so it can get moved to the other side of the pond. So that's a project coming. This road, I'm still dealing with them, trying to get it, and it is bad. Like, we need to bring materials in, because even with this rain that just came through, it got washed out even more, and it's horrible, And I need to call my neighbor, because that cattle panel that they put in front of the culverts, it's just causing more damage than anything, because it's causing the water levels to rise a lot more than they should be. So instead of the water going through the culverts, it's coming up and over my road. So I'm going to call him again and figure out a different solution for that. So, projects, a lot of projects coming. So definitely stick with us. It's greatly appreciated. I'm going to get busy. I just got done doing the editing and getting this video uploaded, the Topins installation on our gate. So that's good to go. That's going out. I'm just waiting to hear back from them so I can get stuff down in the description for y'all, right? That way you can get over there and check out their products and be able to get a discount code and all those things. So, yeah. And I just got done eating breakfast. So now I'm going to get changed. I'm going to go get busy and get working on all of these projects that need to get done, including yard work, because right now it's a muddy mess, so I can't really go out and cut grass. But I probably can go out and at least weed eat some of the areas that need to be taken care of because they're looking like a jungle. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get busy. Hopefully you guys are having a great week thus far. It's almost to the weekend, so a few more days, or a couple more days, right? So we definitely thank y'all. Get out there. Thank a veteran with every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you tomorrow. Later, y'all.